Hello, my name is Brianna Schiedler, and this is Process Speech number 2 for COM 101. Golf is a thinking man's game. This common statement is very true in many facets of golf. Golf is made up of driving, chipping, and putting. Another area is hitting irons. Although it takes all areas to put a round together, choosing the right iron is crucial. There are many factors that go into selecting an iron for a certain shot. First, let's discuss irons in general. Any set of golf clubs may range from a 2-iron to a wedge. The fewer degrees the iron has, the further it will go. For example, a typical wedge may have 56 degrees versus a 5-iron, which would be about 22 degrees. The number on the iron goes in correlation with the degrees. The fewer degrees the iron has, the lower the iron number. A 2-iron will have about 16 degrees, and an 8-iron may have about 45 degrees. Each club will go a different distance, so it is important to utilize them all. When approaching a shot, there are many simple yet important factors to take into account. It does not matter what order you consider them, as long as you cover them all. First, look at whether your ball lies in the fairway or rough. The fairway will give the ball more bite versus a flyer lie in the rough. If the ball lies in the fairway or rough, look at the lie. If the ball is buried or in a divot, it may require an extra club to get the distance needed. Next, pay attention to the wind. Determine if there is any wind blowing and if it is strong. If you feel wind, you need to see if it is going across, behind, or coming at you. Wind will affect your ball flight and therefore may require more or less club. You can pick up small pieces of grass and let them fly in the air to look at the direction or look at the tops of trees. Another factor to consider is elevation. Elevation can be up or down from your shot, which may affect the club choice. Along with elevation, you need to consider the pin placement on the green. Some greens can be very deep, at 30 yards or more. If a pin is in back and you hit in front of the green, you could have added another club or two. All of these are important when deciding what iron you should hit. However, one of the biggest factors that must be calculated is yardage. Do not expect to have accuracy and consistency if you do not calculate yardage. Yardage can easily be stepped off from yardage markers. You can start from a marker and take a big step, counting each step as a yard. Another way to calculate yardage is by looking at the pre-measured yardages found on the top of a sprinkler head throughout the fairway. By knowing how far you are from the center of a green, you can add or subtract 5 to 10 yards for a front or back pin. Knowing yardage is the key to selecting the right iron. It also gives you a sense of trust when you hit the ball. After you have considered all of these factors, you need to be able to select the iron. This is the tricky part, as it will be different for everyone. Selecting the iron is primarily based off of the level of golfer and how far the golfer will hit a particular iron. Obviously, a beginner and Tiger Woods would not use a 7-iron for the same distance. If you are aware of all of the factors and you know yardages for each iron, you should be able to properly select the correct iron. It may happen that you have a 95-yard shot, but you are in between clubs. The best idea in selecting the iron is to take the iron you will hit further. Then, you can choke down and ensure throttle back the swing. By not taking a full swing, you deduct yardage. So if you choose a 100-yard club for a 95-yard shot and throttle your swing down, then you will be able to hit the club 95 yards. Now that you know the basics to selecting the right iron, let's review all of the main factors. They include determine where and how the ball lies, focus on the wind, elevation, pin placements, and yardage. In order for this to make more sense, I will give you a scenario. You hit your tee shot on a 340-yard par 4. Your ball has traveled 240 yards and stopped at the 100-yard marker in the fairway. You approach the ball and see that you have an excellent lie. You look up at the tops of the trees and see the wind blowing directly at you. There is no elevation to the hole, and the pin is in the middle left of the green. You have a 100-yard shot, which would normally be a pitching wedge for you. However, the wind requires an extra club to make it to the center of the green. In this situation, you will need a 9-iron. So you have done all of the analyzing to the shot. You can now approach the ball and trust your swing. Although it may be confusing to many people at first, These basic steps are the keys to selecting the right iron for any golfer. You must remember the main points and you will be good to go. Good luck.